Okay, The Art of Drumming, reading Volume 1, reading text in 4/4. Today we're going to be on page 16. Now, a few things I want to say before we start. This is what is recommended, doing alternate strokes when working this, nice and slow. My right hand and my left hand are equal in sound. If you notice, there's no accents, nor are there any dynamic markings. Therefore, the right hand and the left hand are going to sound the same because every note should sound the same, whether you're in this position, or here. Equal sound. Now, this is basically a simple kind of patterns that are evolved on this page. One more thing first before we start. At the end of the video, I'm going to give you my contact information and explain to you about my live online lesson site and the specials I have on my products, the books, for publications. Okay, so let's start. Page 16, line 1, measure number 1. You have 8th notes and 16th notes. Now you have to take the mathematical value. I'm going to count this as it's written as opposed to just 8th note counting or 16th note counting. So I'm just going to play as written. Line 1, measure number 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and Line, the first 3 measures are the same. I want you to get a feel for this particular figure. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play all 3 measures. I'm not going to break it down or stop. I'm going to play measure number 1, measure number 2, and measure number 3. Again, here we go. 1, 2, 3, play. 1, 2, and 3, 4 E and 1, and 2, 3, and 4 E and 1, and 2, 3, and 4 E and Now we come to measure number 4, line 1, an 8th note rest, and the remainder are 8th notes. So I'm counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now I'm playing my bass drum a little heavy because I want you to understand that's my bottom. That's the pulse that I'm playing off of. That is giving me the pattern. It's maintaining the space in between the downbeats. There are other options that I've given you in the beginning or in the end of the book that you can play different foot patterns. Okay, line 2, measure number 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Line number 2, again, 3 measures are all the same. So I'm going to start with the first measure and stop on the 3rd measure. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. Line 2, measure number 2. Here we go. 1, 2 E and 3, play. 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4. Line 3, measure number 1. 1, play. 1 E and 2, 3 and 4 and. Line 3, measure number 2. 1 E and 2, 3 and 4 and. Line 3, measure number 3. 1 E and 2, 3 and 4. Line number 3, measure number 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Line 4, measure number 1. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. Line 4, measure number 2. 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 and. Line 4, measure number 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and. Line 4, measure number 4. 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 E and. Line 5, measure number 1. 1, 2E and 3E and 4E and line 5, measure number 2. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and line 5, measure number 3. 1E and 2E and 3 and 4E and line 5, measure number 4. 1E and 2 and 3E and 4 and line 6, measure number 1. 1E and 2, 3 and 4 and line 6, measure number 2. 1 and 2 and 3E and 4 and line 6, measure number 3. 1E and 2E and 3 and 4E and line 6, measure number 4. 1 and 2E and 3, 4 and line 7, measure number 1. 1 and 2 and 3E and 4E and line 7, measure number 2. 1 and 2 and 3E and 4 and line 7, measure number 3. 1E and 2 and 3E and 4E and line 7, measure number 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4E and line 8, measure number 1. 1E and 2 and 3 and 4 and line 8, measure number 2. 1E and 2 and 3 and 4E and line 8, measure number 3. 1 and 2E and 3E and 4 and line 8, measure number 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now notice, when I was playing all of that, occasionally I do 2 leads with the left or 2 leads with the right for instructional reasons, but you should be playing this alternating the strokes. But notice, while I was stroking from here, both my hands came down. Before I made the next stroke, I was back in that position. My right hand, my left hand sounded the same. Now, the bass drum I made it a little louder so you could hear it, but you should be tapping your foot 1, 2, 3, 4, or other options with the bass drum patterns that are in the book. So, I'm going to leave all my contact information below the video when you view the video, and I want to explain to you about the live online lesson site that I've opened up just recently. And what I'm doing is I'm running a special on my publications. I have 4 altogether. The Art of Drumming, Volume 1, 4/4 text. The Art of Drumming, Volume 2, reading text in 6/8. Rudimental Fun, and the last one, ostinato patterns. So if you go to my website, www.mattpatella.livelessons.com, you go into the product page. And if you feel so inclined to buy one of the books, fine. You'll get a 20% discount if you go to the bottom of the page. You'll see a code. Enter the code, you get 20% discount. Now, anybody who buys 2 or more books, will get a free lesson on Skype, a one-on-one, or a free pass for 1 month for my live online lesson site. That's 24 lessons. With actually a 2-week membership pass, free pass, a trial period. But that's all right. It's your option. One of the biggest reasons why, though, I'm going to leave my contact information is I'd like to get some feedback. Like, give me your opinion. Am I doing it too fast? Am I not breaking it down enough in depth? Is this okay for you? Give me some suggestions that would be helpful to you. All right, that would make me present something a little bit different or a little bit better, or maybe much better. But anyway, I would definitely appreciate any kind of feedback, and we'll see you the next page. Have a good night.